Alrighty everybody, a greedy emissary, strange winds blow in from another world, and sightings of odd, bag-holding creatures spot the land. Now, if you've played Diablo, you know what these creatures are. This is an event in a game for World of Warcraft starting on May 25th, 2023, and it is your job to find them and see what treasures they may hold. There's a lot of cool collectibles. It's kind of a crossover event due to the fact that Diablo 4 is getting released very shortly now. The A Greedy Emissary event is going to be active from May 25th to June 14th, and then on June 15th to July 11th there's going to be another event, which is going to be a part 2, called Welcome to Sanctuary. So I'm assuming if I go to June 15th, there it is, the Welcome to Sanctuary event. But we'll be going over that in another time. We're here to focus on A Greedy Emissary. Initially, seeing that both of these events were going to be taking place concurrently based off of all the information that they kind of came up with, but it is now, like I said, Welcome to Sanctuary going to be pushed back somewhat, which basically allows players to get their feet in Diablo 4 a little bit wet, a little dip of the toes, before going back to World of Warcraft to take full advantage of the buffs. So they kind of like separated the two to kind of make sense of that, but then again, people that don't play Diablo 4 could have just like taken advantage of it the whole entire time. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and get into the event. Really quickly before the event begins, during the event, treasure goblins are going to be coming to Azeroth every 30 minutes. A treasure goblin will spawn in one of several zones, including Stormwind, Orgrimmar, Valdrakken, or any of the 4 main Dragon Isle zones. Slaying this creature, this goblin creature, grants many Diablo-themed limited-time loots, which I'll be going over in just a second here. Treasure goblin portals spawn at the top of the hour, at basically, let's say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and every half an hour, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, so on and so forth. So every half an hour. Once a treasure goblin portal spawns, an icon will appear on the map indicating that it's the location that it'll be in. You must be physically in the zone to be able to see the portal, by the way, so I don't know why World of Warcraft does this, but I've noticed that with a lot of things. You have to be physically in the zone to see the things happening in the zone. If it's a worldwide event like this, they should have it to where, let's say I'm in fucking Crystal Song Forest, I should be able to see something happening in Orgrimmar, but it is what it is. 5 minutes after the portal spawns is when the treasure goblin will spawn, giving you some time to get there. Treasure goblins are going to have rather low health and can spawn in opposite faction zones, just to give you a heads up. So having a macro to instantly tag them is a good idea. /tar treasure goblin, key. So let's go. The treasure goblin's portal spawns follow a rotation. That's another thing. So I am going to be posting some sort of an idea so you guys can kind of have a spreadsheet for the next like week or so, and hopefully the spreadsheet gets updated. As you guys can see here, treasure goblin is located or put an icon on our map for Orgrimmar, so you guys can kind of see that there is something coming out of this said portal here. Gonna have my /tar goblin, treasure goblin ready to freaking go. /tar treasure, let's actually put it on /say, /tar treasure goblin. And then once this is completed, once we have the treasure goblin, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a rundown on what to expect, what to loot, what to get from these said Diablo 4 treasure goblins. But just in case, I don't know if these are difficult to kill. They did say they're fast to kill, so I'm assuming they don't do that much damage. But again, they will appear on the 5th minute after the hour or after the half an hour. So that's currently what we're waiting for. It's 11:04 at the moment. We're waiting for 11:05. You can see a little portal there. A little bit of a Diablo, like inside. A little bit of a Diablo city or area or zone inside that portal. So that's kind of cool. The fact that people do utilizing toys here is extremely annoying. Alright, fuck off. Make sure we get some sort of credit on this. Holy, we can't even see what the hell is going on, bro. I can't even see what it looks like. Can we stun it? Nope. Nope. That's a nope. I'm gonna take that as a nope. Stop moving! Also, I joined a group, and the reason for that is my server was full of Alliance, and they were fucking us up. So if that's the case, just to give you a heads up, whether you are Horde, whether you are Alliance, and your city is getting absolutely clustered by the opposite faction somehow, I strongly suggest just looking for a group in Group Finder. Just go ahead and put, what was it, Loot Goblin? Just go ahead and put Loot Goblin or Treasure Goblin in the little finder. I put Treasure Goblin, that's what it was. And then, yeah, we got it. Found a group for it. Found a Treasure Goblin, Horde are here, taking control, doing what needs to be done. And hopefully this thing dies soon. It doesn't die as quickly as I thought. It has 102 million health. I mean, it's a low health, but still, definitely don't really need that much of a macro for this. I just hope I get some cool goodies. And I can give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what those goodies are. There's actually some cool stuff for this, so I'm looking forward to it. Alright, let's loot it. Get the loot. Ooh! Alright, I got what I wanted, first of all. I got what I really, really wanted, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, let's go ahead and give you guys a heads up. So I got the Enmity Battle. This object emits waves of hatred. Go ahead and open that up. Got some cosmetic items. We got the Enmity Hood and the Enmity Cloak. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is that going to be the Enmity? Okay, so that's the Transmog Ensemble. The Ensemble of Enmity Hood and Enmity Cloak. It's an Ensemble. Alright, so now that I'm out of that mess. Alright, cool. So we got the Enmity Cloak and the Enmity Hood. This is going to be an Ensemble, technically. It was listed as an Ensemble before, but they've separated the items to a head and a back piece, and we've now got those for transmog purposes. I've also got Balial Soulstone, which is going to teach you how to summon a companion. However, before we go ahead and do that, I want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. This is what I really wanted. It's going to give you a little bit of a surprise. Let's go ahead and learn it. Give us the achievements. Little Lord of Lies, owner of Balial Pet. So let's go ahead. Balial added to the collection. Definitely going to be Setniz's favorite. One of the coolest looking companions in the game. That is that bright red features on the goat Balial. A couple of other items that you can expect to get from a treasure goblin is going to be a 36 slot bag called Horadric Haversack. It is the 36 slot version of the Horadric Satchel that was from the 20th anniversary of Diablo event that happened years ago. But we got a Haversack, which is the 36 slot bag. So you can get a 36 slot bag. You can get the achievement and pack that I've already showed you. Another thing that you can get is a mount, sadly, but I'm going to show it to you guys anyways. It is the Tyrael's Charger. It was a promotion back in the day for the Diablo 3 annual pass, but I have it from that. But you can also get it as a drop rate from the goblins, so it returns once again. You can get some temporary buff charms. They really don't do anything. These are charms that are going to increase agility, intellect, strength, mana, movement speed, stamina, armor. Cool. They're basically for world buffs. They don't work in raids and dungeons, so kind of pointless. You can get a weapon transmog. There's going to be Wirt's Last Leg, which is a one-handed mace, Wirt's Haunted Leg, which is a two-handed mace, and Wirt's Fighting Leg, which is a held-in offhand. They basically look the same. They're cosmetics, and they all share the same model intent, but they're just not the same transmog type. So, for example, I'm a warlock. I can't use maces, so I'm not going to be able to utilize the one-handed or two-handed mace. I will be able to utilize the offhand. So same exact thing, it's just going to be an offhand. So yeah, you can get a weapon transmog there. And you can also get a Treasure Goblin backpack transmog. Fantastic treasure nabbin bag. Perfect transmog for your World of Warcraft goblin, but no, it's just a cosmetic. It's a back piece, so it looks very, very cool, as you guys can see on the screen. And of course, the ensemble that I showed you earlier for the Enmity Hood and Cloak. You can also get a Nightmare Banner. That is a toy. It's a thematic banner that you can plant that has the Diablo 4 theme with it. And that is pretty much everything that you can loot from the goblins themselves. And last but not least, before we end off this video, there are a couple of items that I have just been aware of returning from the original Diablo 3 event. So the Cow King used to drop these items, which was back in the day, but we're now here with the Treasure Goblin. They can now drop the Livestock Lachabar Axe Polearm, which is basically going to be used for cosmetic purposes. You can also get a musical toy called the 12-string guitar, and another toy called the Tome of Town Portal, which again, you can see these on the screen on what they kind of look like and what they do. But again, there's tons of items to collect, there's tons of items to take advantage of. So thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope this video helped, and very simple event, go kill some treasure goblins. Peace.